I think that there was still enough of the older guard within Saudi Aramco and Saudi Arabia itself, for that matter. I mean, you're absolutely right about it's really taking Saudi Arabia public, that we're bristling at the disclosure requirements of the Western exchanges, whether it be in London or here in New York or even Hong Kong, for that matter. They hold certain information very close to their vest, their productive capacity. We think it's 12.5 million. They've never come out and told us for sure. The reserves are another issue, and then where some of the money goes. And as you alluded to, this deal that they're cooking up with SABIC solves the problem for them. It's going to get the Saudi prince about $30 to $50 billion at least. That really just gets moved from Aramco, as you said, to the PIF, which lets him do the investments and things that he wants to do for his Vision 2030 and to build up that city of Neom, the future city that they are aspirational for. To get the listing, David, I think it's really just an aspirational thing for MBS, but it's going to take some more time. I think he's going to have to shake out some more of the older guard for that day to come for him.
Yeah, and the bankers, as we've said and others have really not been focused on it for quite some time, John. I mean, the one thing you're not going to get, obviously, is that near-term valuation on what Aramco would really be worth. Correct. But it has been my idea that they should just do sort of a bullet-type offering. Don't necessarily offer out the exploration and production part of Aramco. Do something with the refineries. Maybe do some barrel bonds, as I was calling them, where they be sort of asset-backed securities. Things like that. To get him, he really just wants the capital to be able to deploy to get Saudi Arabia modernized. The reforms have been a bumpy road for him, I think, and this keeps some of that at bay for now, which I think pleases some of the older guard, which keeps him very much in power.
I was just wondering how the price of oil played into all of this. I mean, Brent crude oil international benchmark at 75 is not where it was when we first heard these plans and the reform of shifting the economy away from being totally energy independent. On the other hand, it makes an Aramco deal potentially a lot more valuable.
That's right, but I also think, Sarah, that they realize that a higher oil price from here, say one that is between 85 and 100 for US WTI, is damaging for their longer-term prospects, is damaging to the global economies. It's why they reacted, in part from pressure from President Trump, but in part because they were starting to see demand, particularly in the emerging markets, slip on the higher price, where these countries really just can't afford it. So that's also part of it. I mean, this is a tricky game that they're playing. You're seeing them trying to micromanage a price level really right around in here, and I think that is what's given them pause as well. They do want to cash out, though. I don't think they believe in a very long-term future for oil, believe it or not, and they are looking to diversify and modernize.